Should the DOC a round of applause. Death Row Records is going to be the record company of the 2000s.
Death Row had the money to throw the most lavish celebrity parties in Beverly Hills.
Oh, yes.
The label started with Dr. Dre, who was going to do his own thing, and with a lot of help from Suge Knight.
David Kenner, seen here, and Suge Knight ran Death Row. According to employees, they did whatever they wanted.
Beverly Brolis, front center.
He had huge houses, he had lots of cars. He could come to work every day in a different car for a month and never drive the same car. Really? To be honest, Suge was just two-faced. He was two-faced, and he really wasn't a man of his word. And I'm telling you, that day that he set me up to be beat up, I never thought, I had no inkling that that was gonna happen that day. He had planned that whole thing all weekend. He was ready. He had one of his girlfriends bring the girl up to the office. They snuck her through the back door. The girl that jumped on me, she was dropped off by a girl that was one of his girlfriends. This girl came out of nowhere and she soccer punched me, stomping me in my face. And Suge had me by my feet. And David Kenner just stood and watched.
And what did Suge say?
He was holding my feet. So then when I kicked him in his nuts, that's when I got familiar with the back door. So when I ran out the back door and I ran over the Interscope, they must have knew something was happening because they locked the door. So you couldn't go in.
You know, they treated women, I mean, they would have fights in there, with girl fights in the offices, where they would put the assistants against other women, and they like literal girl fights where they would open up, like in the middle of the floor, where they would, like it was like boxing matches where women would fight. And I never saw the fights. They would just tell me about them. Dre told me about them, and I was just like, who does that in the offices of the whatever? And so that's how little they thought of women. And so I just never understood it. They just thought women were second-class citizens. They were just literally there for their amusement, entertainment, and enjoyment, nothing else. And if you dated one of them, you understood that was your place.